Fortune. You mentioned this a moment ago, and we talked about it some in your office last night, that there was a period when your personal life was kind of in shambles. The drinking, the gambling, the womanizing. Why did things get so bad, in your opinion?
That's not God's want for us. He want us to be holy, because the Lord our God is holy. So we should know the commandments, or we should know about salvation.
How did gambling become such a problem?
Gambling, I already forget that long time ago.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I stopped gambling many years ago. So
Bob Arum, your promoter, said that you had being the key word, one of the worst gambling habits of any athlete he's ever known. What do you think of that?
Before when I still, not in following God.
Right, prior to that.
So not only gambling, it's always drinking, like that.
What would you do? I mean,
drinking, womanizing, gambling, and that's my life. But I'm so thankful to God that He changed my heart, He changed my life, to be obedient to Him and to make strong in my faith to God.
How much did you used to drink before you changed your ways?
If I drink?
Yeah.
More than 24 hours.
Really? What did you like about it?
Before, when I was drinking, I already forgot that.
The
past life. The old Manny Pacquiao was gone and the new has come.
Whether it be, the gambling, the drinking, the womanizing, what changes did you make in your life that, allowed you to get past that?
I changed. I read the Bible. I always read the Bible and knows what I'm gonna do to have eternal life. And when I read the Bible, there's only way, no other way, through Jesus.
Don't throw bricks, cement blocks, and stones at glass houses. That's all I got to say. All right. Last thing I heard about Angel Garcia saying that we don't drink and we don't drive. We don't drink and we don't drive. The other day I was online. I kept my mouth shut, and I was listening to these guys talk about boxing and how Errol Spence this and Errol Spence that, and he's a drunk and that and this and that. Listen, man, I'm a big Manny Pacquiao fan, but I'm gonna let you know right now: don't throw stones in glass houses. Listen, we all go through things. We all go through things. And Manny Pacquiao said it right there, that he was an alcoholic. He used to drink, right? Womanizer, gambling, all three. Okay? This is life. And this is what you have to expect with life. Trials and tribulations. Now, when I say trials and tribulations, that doesn't mean that you go through a trial and you go through a tribulation and it makes you a better man. I'm not going to go that way. I'm not going to be biased on trials and tribulations. Trials and tribulations goes both ways. Trials and tribulations can make you a good person after going through a lot of stuff, or it can make you a good person into a bad person, depending on the situation. Yeah. So, Spence, he went through his trial and tribulation. But let me ask you this, my fans, my Spence fans, my Manny Pacquiao fans. Did you let's be honest, did you like Spence when he was in the club bullshitting and partying and not training? Just like Derek James said, I want him back in the gym after 2 weeks. After the post-fight, he said it out loud. He said, yeah, I can't tell you who he's going to fight next, but I want him back in the gym. And he said it loud, right? But did you like Spence when he was 20, 30 pounds heavier. Even Errol Spence said it. Man, a week became 2 weeks. 2 weeks became 3 weeks. 3 weeks became a month. Gaining weight, 20, 30 pounds. Slacking. Yeah, slacking. Going to the clubs, bullshitting and partying. Or my fans, my Spence fans. I'm a fan, but I'm more of a Manny Pacquiao fan. But it's not about me right now. It's about you, fan. But after the accident, do you like Spence more that he's more, he's saying, I got a second chance to life. I'm up on my ranch. I'm not dealing with horsepower, but I'm dealing with real horses. And I'm at my ranch. I'm with my family. I'm appreciating life. I'm appreciating life and what the second chance I got. And he brought up God, right? He brought up God. And he said, thank you, God, for giving me this opportunity, to step foot back in the ring. Which one do you like? Which one do you like? Okay, you like this one. Why? Because you feel that him being more focused could lead him to a better path into boxing. Now, that's your selfish way as a fan, right? It's either you like him bullshitting and partying, or after the trials and tribulations of the car accident, he's more focused now. He's more determined, right? Same thing with Mike Tyson. Same thing with McGregor, throwing shit at the bus, at other fighters on the bus, punching an old man in the face. Same thing with Mike Tyson. Shit is spinal. Yeah. But this is the same shit with Mike Tyson. And what did Mike Tyson say? I don't like that guy. I don't like being Mike Tyson back then. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like that guy. I don't even want you to bring him up. I don't like that guy. But what you have to understand, Mike Tyson, that part of you made who you were. That aggression made who you was in the ring. So you're saying you have to have aggression and be an asshole to be successful. No, you don't. Because look at Manny Pacquiao. He's humble. He doesn't strut his stuff, right? But at one point he was gambling, drinking, womanizing, all that stuff, right? But in the ring, quiet as can be. Get the job done and get out, right? But what I'm trying to say is, life. Regardless if you was a young Mike Tyson and now you're older Mike Tyson, and older Mike Tyson doesn't like the younger Mike Tyson, it's a part of your life. And at that part, you had to pay the part. You had to play the part. That's it. You had to play the part. What did Adrian say to Rocky on the beach when Rocky was racing Apollo and he couldn't beat Apollo? And Apollo's like, what's going on? Oh, it's over. He told Adrian, yo, it's over, man. He done, man. He don't got the eye of the tiger no more. What did that wife do? The wife went up to Rocky and was like, listen, what's wrong? And Rocky's like, I'm scared. This is what you want to hear? I'm fucking scared. Yeah, but guess what? You're a fighter, man. Regardless if you're scared or not, you cannot live with yourself. You can't live with yourself, man. You can't live with yourself. You can't live with me. You can't live with the family. It's going to eat you up alive. It's going to eat you up alive, bro. So what you got to do is be a fighter. And this is one thing I don't understand about these F-boys out here telling another man when to retire. This shit sounds regurgitated and this shit sounds lame, bro. This shit sounds lame, man. You can never tell another fighter when to retire. Yeah, on the outside, looking inside, you'd be like, yeah, he needs to retire. He needs to retire. But that man that's having inside of him, he cannot live with himself. You understand? He's a fighter. This is what life is about, fighting. You fall, you get back up. But nah, a lot of these people are in this fantasy world about being 50 and 0 and not appreciating the boxer when he loses. When you lose, appreciate him still. Because this is what life is about, falling and getting back up. Listen, we all have certain things in life that holds us back. right? We all have vices, right? Maybe you have more than one vice. Like like Manny was saying, I used to like to gamble. I used to like to drink 24 hours drinking, right? So why are we talking about Spence and him he's a young man, right? We all was young at one time. But guess what? You know what humbles us in life? When we start getting older. You know what humbles us in life? Trials and tribulations. Now, it depends on how you get it. How you change. Because like I said, you could change from the worst to the best and the best to the worst with trials and tribulations. All it takes is one thing to flip you. One thing. Right? So, when it comes to like, how can I explain this? Man, this is so hard. But at the same time, it's so easy. Okay, let me explain to you. How many times you live on this world? How many times you live on this world? Oh, okay, well, physically, you live on this world one time. One time you live physically, right? But mentally, the world ain't changed. But you change mentally. From a baby, to a toddler, to a little kid, to a young, a teenager, to a young adult, to a middle age, to an old. You see things differently. When you're a kid, you didn't like eat fish. Now you're an adult, you like eating fish. Same thing with everything else out there. You would change, but you physically live on this life one time. This body, bang, bang, bang. The muscles, everything. All this shit, it disintegrates. It disintegrates. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. But this here, as you're alive, before it turns to ashes and dust to dust, you see things differently. So to me, I think that you live on this life more than one time. More than one time. More than two times. I think you live on this life numerous times on this life. Because you see things. Things change you. So now, what I'm coming at is that if you believe in God or you don't believe in God, you could find God, or you're just an atheist and you don't believe in God. Listen, at the end of the day, you would change from good to bad or bad to good. It goes either way with trials and tribulations. Okay, so Manny Pacquiao found God. He believes in Jesus Christ, his savior, right? Some people believe in Allah. Some people don't believe Buddhism. Some people will believe, and some people don't believe in anything, but they can still change. I'm looking at Mike Tyson again. You know, I like Mike Tyson, yo. I like his history, yo. He got what? Arrested 39, 40 times. Brownsville, Brooklyn. Then he was taken out of there, the Catskills. Big up the Catskills. I used to live out there in a little town named Phoenicia. So yeah, it's a long story. I used to live out there. I was the only black guy and a school of white people. But that's a whole different story. But, you know, Gus D'Amato, he's like, yo, I see something in this boy. And what did Mike Tyson do? In that stage of life, he looked at that old man and said, fuck this old man. This old man taking me up here. Look at this old man. Man, I'm gonna get my boys, I'm gonna rob him. I'm gonna rob this old man. What is this old man could do for me? What is he? You wanna make me a heavyweight champion of the world? What is this guy seeing me? I don't trust this guy, man. I don't trust him. But look at that, man. Look at that. This man, Gus, an old man, a white man. You know, for those people that don't believe in this and the race and all this nonsense, an old white man. Put tears in Mike Tyson's eyes anytime Mike Tyson talk about Gus. The tears come down his eyes. You see what I'm saying? So even if you can't find religion, you can find somebody that can help you, that's on your side to make you better. You just gotta listen. You just gotta listen, man. And that's what I like, man. That Gus, what he did for Mike Tyson. I mean, he couldn't stay longer alive to give him the whole aspect of life, but he made him who he is today. That man, that old white man that where Mike Tyson talks about him and got tears running down his eyes. Yeah. So, yeah, you can find it spiritually, and you can find it from people around you that influence you. But it depends on where your mentality is. Because if everybody tell you, yo, bro, I don't think you should get in that car, bro. You know, a good friend of yours could tell you, I don't think you should get in that car, you're drinking. Nigga, please, man, you just want to see me riding. You don't want to see me in my Lamborghini looking nice and shit, right? I'm all toast up and shit after the club with you bitching like you my mom or my pops, right? He's on your team. He's not a yes man. He's on your team, but he's not a yes man, but you'll think he's hating. Because this is the generation of when somebody tell you something, somebody's hating. You can't tell if they trying to hold you back or they trying to save you. But look, in my mind, if somebody telling me don't drink and drive, okay, regardless if their agenda is that they don't want to see me shining or they don't want to, at the end of the day, I know if I drink and I drive, I get in an accident. I could get in an accident. So regardless if his agenda is a different agenda and he's telling me don't drink and drive, I will still listen to that person. But this generation is about, you know, you holding me back. You holding me back. But that's okay. Because now Errol Spence is on another level. And the fans appreciate him more. They have more confidence in him. Because they feel like, yo, he's calmed down, man. He laid back. He's chill now. He ain't about that Brona shit, man. Yo, that's another motherfucker that aggravates the shit out of me. He disappointed me so damn much. I don't want to talk about that man. Okay? You know, it's so freaking retarded. You are so talented. These boxers are so talented. And what do? You spit on your talent and lower yourself to be on a level where other people do regular shit on a regular day, on a regular basis. And I don't understand it. But somebody's got to play the part. Somebody's got to play the part. And that's the thing about being on this life more than one time. Your mental. Okay? Not your physical. Physically, you here. Right? You go through stages, yes. But mentally, it's different than physically. Because you see things differently through trials and tribulations. So regardless if you get it from religion, regardless if you get it from somebody that inspire you or build you up, you got to understand that this is life. And don't throw stones at glass houses. Cement blocks, bricks, pebbles, whatever you want to throw. Okay? Because I noticed that people was talking, oh, Spence is a drunk. Even Manny Pacquiao fans were saying this shit, man. Spence is a drunk. He's a drunk. But listen, did you hear what Manny Pacquiao is going through? And listen, everybody backslide. Everybody backslide. I backslide. Everybody backslide. That's a religion term. Backsliding. We all backslide. Okay? We all have vices. I can look at somebody that gambles and I'd be like, damn, fuck, I'm not a gambler. How the hell you gamble? But I'm looking at you like, what's your problem? But no, it's just another vice. I don't gamble, but you do. I drink, you don't, you gamble, and you can look at me like fucking alcoholic. It doesn't make us, no, they're all the same. All these vices are the same. It will lead you to a direction where you will have this and this and this and this that can happen to you. Okay? Like me, for instance, when I was younger, before I started going into the gym, I used to hang out. I wanted to be, you know, I'm an only child, so I always wanted to be part of a group, maybe, or hang out and stuff like that. I'm good to hang out by myself. I'm pretty good with that. But at one time, I wanted to be, you know, hey, in order for this to be in life, this situation had to happen. So I wanted to be with a group, right? So I used to party and bullshit, drink and all this stuff like that. And then I said to myself, let me go into the gym. And I liked the gym. Because at that age, I saw the results right away. I started seeing, look, a couple of days in the gym and I'm starting to see I'm blowing up. So I started liking this. And I started having other friends in the gym that's into bodybuilding. So I was like, oh, wow, I like this shit. But the thing was, I like to smoke. Because of the party I was hanging out with, the group that I was hanging out with, I like to smoke. So when you smoke, and work out. I couldn't do two at the same time. So I said, okay, this is my goal. So I like to smoke, smoke cigarettes, whatever. But then when I get into the gym, I'm like, I can't do both at the same time. So I made a goal as time was going on and I was accelerating and in the gym and seeing results. I said, okay, this is what I'm going to do. When I go to work or I'm working out, I don't like smoking. I just don't like the smell of it on me, right? So what I'll do is I set a goal. Monday through Friday, Monday through Friday, no smoking, right? I'm not a drinker, okay? I seen that effects on my mother, and I never liked it, okay? She died from alcohol cirrhosis, so I never liked that situation. I'm not a drinker. I can have a little something and I'm good. But the smoking thing, I said, all right, this is my goal. Monday through Friday, I work out. I don't want to smell like cigarettes. I don't want to feel that vibe. I'm going in the gym, and I'm going to get it done, right? But then Friday night comes, I'm smoking, and I'm having a little drink. And this is life. This is balance of life. Okay, you try to do more positive than negative until the time comes where the negative just disintegrates out of your life. And that's how I set my goals for me, okay? Life is funny because there's people with no empathy, narcissistic people, right? And they don't even know that they're doing something wrong. Well, they're playing a part in life. They're playing that part in life. Listen, Manny Pacquiao, you used to drink, you used to womanize, you used to do this. Hey, any day you could backslide. Everybody could backslide anytime, all right? But when I see something goes wrong and I see a young guy do something stupid or whatever, yeah, I might say, look at this dumb motherfucker. Yeah, but at the back of my head, I'm like, he's playing his part. Either he don't have no empathy, maybe he's narcissistic, maybe his reputation, maybe his pride. All these things come into part as growing up, right? But imagine this. Imagine if you could take all that baggage off of you and just let it go. Just let it go. Just let it go. The pride, the reputation, beating your chest, because you have a big chest. Just getting all that and just being simple. Simple like those little kids. Black, white, Chinese, Indian. They're all in the playpen and they're playing. They have no clue. Ain't that funny? They have no clue about racism. They don't have no clue about none of this stuff. All they see is they're curious in life and they're trying to play and they have a good time and smile. Right? There's only one part of maybe one time in your life you've done that and you can never remember that. Because once you get older, well, you got to play the part of life and what is dealt to you in life. And that's racism. Every little thing, everything, and you gotta put yourself in the place of where you want to be in life. That's it. So when I see people say, "Oh, Spence is a drunk," Spence this, Spence that, even myself, sometimes I get out of hand, but I gotta grab myself and say, "Yo, boy, calm down, bro. Don't throw stones at glass houses, bro," because we all go through it. Manny Pacquiao went through it. Mike Tyson went through it. McGregor's going through it. Everybody's going to go through something, man. And everybody's going to look back and say, man, I hated that person. I hated that person the most. He wasn't a good guy, yo. Just like Mike Tyson said, I don't like talking about that guy. But remember, you had to play the part because that's a part of you and your personality. And that's what made you who you are today. Right? There's a lot of people back then liked you being the way you were. You might not like yourself, but a lot of people like the cockiness, telling people to suck your dick, all kinds of fucking reckless shit. You know what I'm saying? But that was part of you, that rage, right? So all I'm saying is, man, please ease up, and let me just say one more thing. Young dudes out there that's athletes, or you have a goal, the people around you, don't be so judgmental when somebody's trying to tell you the right thing, because that's on you. If you can't tell, even if that person agenda is trying to say, I don't want you to shine, I don't want you to look good, the whole agenda is don't drink and drive. Don't get on that motorcycle, right? If you're going to drink and drive, have somebody that, you rich, nigga. You don't have to always drive around with a Lamborghini and shit and show that you rich. Let somebody drive you in a stretch limo. You can drink all you want, as long as you get back from point A to point B. That's it, man. Shit, yo. And another thing is that people around you will tell you the right thing. Listen. Young dudes out there, just listen, because, yo, like Mike Tyson said, Gus, man, that old white man, you know, he puts a tear in eye every time you talk about that man. It's the same thing. You have to listen, okay? You know you're young and dumb. But someone that's older, that's been through it, you got to listen, man. And you'll move forward. You'll move forward. Look at, sorry, I had to pause it for a second, man. I'm about to start work. But yeah, you got to listen, man. Because on this world, you're going to live numerous lives on this world, yo. You're going to live numerous lives on this world. And you're going to go through trials and tribulations. You're going to go through, you know, your ups and downs. But everybody got a story to tell. So pay attention. Because one of those stories might be your story. All right? And you got to be inspired by people. And you got to look at them and say, okay, this and this happened to that person. This and that happened to that person. What can I get out of it? It's not just living. It's what you could get out of other people's stories. Yeah. And their faults. Okay? It's a lesson to be learned in life. So instead of me here talking like I'm your mother and your father, I'm just going to say one thing at the end of this video. Just don't throw stones at glass houses. Manny Pacquiao fans, Spence fans, Crawford fans. This is what this whole video is about, okay? Are they two of a kind? Yes, they are two of a kind. Different age brackets. But we all are human and we all go through the same bullshit in life. That's it. We go through the same bullshit. Some do it more than others. Some don't. But regardless, bullshit is going to be coming upon you, okay, in this world. Yeah? All right, so have a good one. Let me get back on the plantation and do my 9 to 5. Yeah, here we go.